So what we're going to do now is, so we have all the three tables loaded: country, zoning, and construction types. We need those to generate some inserts so that we can get the data cleaned up. So what it is in the 4 workbooks near the end, there's 89 columns on each, so 89 times 4 workbooks, and we have to strip off each one of those columns one at a time and load them into the country values table. So we have to do that 89 times per workbook. I'm going to do that, and there's 4 workbooks right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first load the data in. Now some people want to only put clean data in the database, but I'm going to get some dirty data in. Then I'm going to reorganize it, and we can get rid of the temporary tables later. I just find it much easier that if the data is in the database, you can actually clean it faster using SQL. Then hauling the data out, writing code, and then putting the data back in. So there's different philosophies on this. So I'm just going to go up, and it should be in the raw data actually. I'm going to be running a batch file that should load some data for me in here with using OGR like we did previously for spatial data. So this should load a bunch of data for me. We'll take a quick look at it. But it's going to use OGR to load a layer. Okay, so it's going to put it in my mod6 schema. It's going to rename it temp CR/NR for country, rural, non-residential. And I'm setting the primary key column to the first column in the CSV file. There's no geometry. I've updated the script so that it'll prompt you for your ID and password, and then it will run the commands inside. So you can make 3 more copies of this file to get the other 3 workbook files in, or just add more code to this file, which is kind of what I've done. I just repeated that statement but changed the data that I'm loading. Okay, but the one I provide you just mentions 1. You can edit this script or make a copy of it and change the name of the table, this tail end part, and change the name of this file. So what I'll do is I need to run this file. I have to run it from the open source Geo shell. So we'll go down here, look for open source Geo. Look for the one called shell. This is it right here. I'm going to make this bigger so you can see it. Font. I'll go 28. Starts off in C, so you have to put it on your home drive, which is Z. So Z:\enter. I have switched drives. Change directory. So CD, change directory. To var. GIST 7132 M06. I guess it has to be 06. Data. And it's in raw data. Looks good. I'll do a dir. I can see the bat file, and I'll go CLS. Done. So CSV. So I'm going to do a CSV to PostgreSQL, and I'm going to bring in the CR/NR. Now I've extended my batch file to bring in all 4 files at once. It'll prompt you for your password. I mean username, small lowercase a, and then your password. Now I got some warnings. I got 3. Depending on the speed, right? If you're really fast, you might only get 1 warning, right? If you're really slow, you might see a warning for each table. So it's just these are not errors; they're just warnings. It's saying that, hey, I couldn't find any geometry, right? In that, so that's fine. So we're good to go, we think. So I'm just going to close this, and I'm going to close this file, and I'll close this one. So I'm just going to go right click and refresh tables, and I can see that all my data has been loaded in. For now, this concludes this video.